Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I've got some good news for you about Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Panic knifing has been removed from the game. Yes, you heard me correct. There is no more panic knifing in Black Ops 3. It is gone, cut, removed, kaput, and no more. Instead, we have a new and reworked melee system, which I'll spend most of the rest of this video talking about. The Treyarch dev team all thought that panic knifing wasn't a very good gameplay mechanic, especially for a shooter, because it turns any close range engagement into whoever can click the melee button first wins. Whoever has the better connection wins. There's no strategy, there's no counterplay, there's no sense to having this insta-knife stab kill thing for melee. So, panic knifing removed for Black Ops 3. No more one stab kills all the time. Instead, whenever you're carrying your gun and you go to melee people, which you can still do and the button's still the same, you hit people with the butt of the gun, the end of the gun. I smacked people with an AK style weapon. I used the wooden stock. With the pistol, I pick it up over my head and slam my fist down really hard and hit them kind of like with the magazine area. Sniper rifle, you swing it sideways and hit them with the butt of the gun, but it doesn't insta-kill them. You smack them with your gun, you hurt them, but you do not kill them, and the range on this smack is actually pretty low. It has a fairly small kind of lock-on auto-aim forgiveness area. I'd say a little bit less than the Black Ops 2 kind of knifing, which most of Black Ops 2 I felt like had a rubber knife or a banana I was just flinging around. So it's kind of hard to do, and when you smack them again, it does not kill them. There are no one-hit kill smacks. Instead, it pushes them back a lot. It does deal damage, that's important. It hurts them, and it pushes them back a good bit. It's kind of like a big F you, get out of my personal space. Like you can melee them and kind of push them back. There is a very brief stun slash pause, kind of like a riot shield. When you hit them, they're briefly kind of like knocked and disoriented. It's not quite as bad as the stuns in Advanced Warfare that stop you from shooting, but it can screw up your aim. I think it might force you to unaim down sights and hip fire for just a second, but it takes 2 hits to kill. You have to get 2 melees to kill. They're not very fast. You're not very often going to be able to get 2 melees to kill. And the vast majority of my experiences, because I'm used to playing other Call of Duties, were panic knifing or commando knifing or exo punching, which actually works pretty well, is a very common thing. Somebody would rush up on me and I'm like, oh, just knife them. And I click the knife and I hit them with the butt of my gun, and then they just spray a whole bunch of bullets in my face and I die. It probably happened like 5 times, 6 times, because I'm used to playing other Call of Duty games. I went for the melee kill, I hit them, didn't really kill them, and they hosed me. So you saw a very quick adaptation of players moving away from the melee system. The damage that it deals is somewhere over 50. I'm going to guess 60 or 65, because it takes 2 hits to kill, so it has to be 50 or more. And usually, if you shoot somebody once or twice or they're weak and then you punch them, they die. I actually had an instance where I had a sniper rifle. Somebody rushed me. I tried to kind of quick scope them and it didn't really work. I hit them in the leg somewhere and I knew that I was about to die. I used my one shot for the sniper rifle. I screwed it up. And I just panic meleeed, but since I already hit them with the sniper, I cracked them over the head with the gun and killed them. And I did it one more time with the pistol when I was sniping again. I knew I was going to do a close quarters combat, so I pulled out my pistol, I charged them. I actually had an attachment called High Caliber, which in this, again, pre-alpha build of the game makes headshots deal extra damage. I managed to get 1 headshot with the pistol and then smack them and killed them pretty quickly, kind of like Halo style. But again, that's the exception to the rule. That doesn't happen often. The vast majority of the time I went for the melee, it just failed completely. But you still can one-hit melee with knives. And you're going to say, but Drifter, you said there's no one-hit kill melee, there's no knives in the game. What in the world are you talking about? If you choose not to carry any weapons, you can run around with a combat knife, just like Black Ops 2, or if you don't have a secondary weapon, when you hit Y or whatever your weapon swap button is, instead of swapping to your secondary, you will swap to a combat knife. Now, the combat knife has almost exactly the same kind of feel and lunge and stab range and one-shot kill abilities as it does from Black Ops 2. New animations and stuff and looks, but the core mechanic is relatively unchanged. You get a short lunge area, short kind of auto-aim lock-on area, and you can dash and kill them. So there were some people, there was one crazy guy just running around trying to knife in general just to see how it worked. Worked okay, more or less like older games. But you could, as a strategy, and I did this once, only once successfully when I didn't have a secondary weapon. I knew it was in a close quarters combat sniping. Again, I had a tendency to like the sniper rifles. I hit Y, and I pulled out my combat knife, and I charged in, and I was able to get a one-stab kill. The difference there is that's a deliberate action. That was a planned action. I knew I didn't have a secondary. I knew that I did have a combat knife. I knew how it worked. and it made sense in that context instead of just everybody having all these one-hit kill melees and knives all the time. And there's going to be a question upcoming about what about assassinations? What happens when you hit somebody in the back with the butt of your gun? And the answer is I don't really know. I didn't get the opportunity to walk up directly behind somebody's back and hit them in the back, but I did get the opportunity to hit a guy laying down. I found somebody going prone in some bushes trying to snipe, and I walked up right beside them and I cracked them right over the back of the head. It killed them in one hit. I don't know if they'd run away from somewhere and they were weak and they went prone in the bushes and died. I don't know if it one hit killed them because I hit them in the head, melee headshots. I don't know, that's the thing in Counter-Strike. I don't know if it one hit killed them because the back of the head still counts as the back, but I did get a one hit kill to the prone target. That worked, and I feel that this is definitely a good thing. I'm glad panic knifing is gone. It was ultimately kind of a silly mechanic and makes so much more sense now to smack somebody with your gun and push them away and to actually have counterplay in your melee in Call of Duty. Big change to the game, big positive change, big fan of it. And guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Do stick around because I have a lot more Call of Duty Black Ops 3 info coming up for you. Drifter out.